Hello and welcome to New Filmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Movie Maker magazine. My name is Danny DeLillo and I'm so delighted. We're going from Los Angeles to Tel Aviv right now, which is so cool, with Elinor, with her fantastic movie, Our Hearts Beat Like War. Let's take a look at a clip.
תביא את המגבת. תגיד, סיפרתי לך פעם על התסמונת המוזרה של ילדי פליטים בשוודיה?
לא, אבל זה לא נשמע כמו סיפור כיפי.
למה? תקשיב.
הוא לא בא לי.
אני אספר את זה מצחיק.
טוב.
אוקיי, אז ככה. זה קורה בשוודיה, כן? בית של משפחת פליטים מאזור קונפליקט כלשהו באסיה, נגיד סוריה, סבבה? הילדים שוקדים על ספרי הלימוד, כמו שעושים ילדים של פליטים, שמנסים להתערות בחברה השוודית למען עתיד טוב יותר.
Elinor, I wish you were here, but I'm so glad that we can virtually do this together, and I can't wait to have you at the festival. Thank you so much for bringing your film to us at New Filmmakers Los Angeles. But for those that haven't seen your film, tell us a brief synopsis.
So Our Hearts Beat Like War is about 9-year-old kid, Sinai is his name, and he is dragged after his mother to her working place. And there he hears a testimony of a 9-year-old Eritrean refugee, which kind of leads him to this world of fantasy and imagination. Really turns, it's like this simple, straightforward stories turning into a very bizarre and wild, sad fantasy about refugees and about the refugees' existence. And yeah, so it's kind of a wild trip into this child imagination, which brings us, the story of very rough kind of situation, I guess.
Yeah. So what was really wonderful as well is that you really took acknowledge on a very serious subject of refugees. And I think a lot of people don't know what one goes through and how tough it can be with certain communities. And I'm so thankful that you highlighted that. And then mixing it with this childlike fantasy of this young boy, it was extraordinary to watch. And I love your imagination that you put into the film. For you personally, Elinor, where did the inspiration come for you in creating this project and then delivering it in the style that you delivered it in?
Yeah, so my inspiration came from actually an article I read. I think it was I think it was the New York Times. I'm not sure at the moment. It was an article about how do you phrase it in English? The disappearance.
The kidnap?
No, so there is a certain, sorry, I'm missing words in English. I will rephrase
That's okay.
it in a moment. What is the word for, it's not a disease, it's like,
that's okay. I'm gonna make sure my Hebrew is better next time. That's what I'm gonna remember. Okay, don't you worry. It's all good.
So okay, so my inspiration for the film came from an article. Actually, I read first. It was from an article I read in the New York Times, I believe it was, and it's about a syndrome that happens specifically to children from refugees, children from Sweden.
Wow.
That actually goes through this very bizarre syndrome once they realize that their family is not going to get the approval to stay in Sweden. So it's a very bizarre and fascinating and painful to hear about this syndrome. This children actually lose contact with reality in a way, and they are turning into some kind of some kind of vegetable-like situation.
Yeah.
To a very long time, to a very long period, until something is changing in their reality. And from what I read was very inspiring in a way, because I was kind of sticking with the words of one of the children that actually came out of this situation and described his experience while being away.
Wow.
While being away and distant from the reality. And what he described was a situation where he felt like he's under water, like in deep sea, and surrounded by glass walls, like inside of this kind of glass, how do you call it? Box, in a way.
Box, yeah.
And the water are really threatening to swallow him, and to take him and to break these walls. And this was such a strong image that stick with me. And it's the highlight of the film, this kind of to try to capture this image in a film, and to try to bring this experience to life was for me a great challenge. And it says a lot about the refugee state of mind, in a way, not knowing and being isolated.
Absolutely. I mean, again, people don't really understand how traumatizing, what people are going through and experiencing. And I'm, again, really glad that you shared the trauma that comes with it. As you said, there was some, challenges in there as well. I really love this, dreamlike sequence scenario setting that you created for us. How did you go about creating that? It was incredible to watch.
Well, it was, challenging indeed. So really, it was a journey with my cinematographer and my artistic designer to try to really find and refine this language, and to bring it very close to the child imagination. He's a child that is reading fantasy books. It's very noticeable in the film. He always carried this book, and at some point in the film, this fantasy world that he's captured in is being kind of in a clash with reality once he hears the testimony that he hears. And he's going through from the phase of just hearing to listening, which I think is a very special point of the film. And then and then you have to go inside his mind and try to really bring him into this situation. So you have the mother's role there that is telling him the story, this really painful story, but she tries to create a more simple way for him to hear that. So she puts it in humoristic kind of mode, but it's not humoristic in any way, and to let him walk through that and to build this world from. So we wanted to keep it very simple in a way, not to create this. I didn't have also the budget to create something very, I don't know. So we had to go with something very childish to play with materials, to create almost kind of theater kind of world.
It had a theatrical element. And I was going to say, listen, let's just give a shout out to your obviously your DP and the whole production design that you created, for sure. But you had obviously fantastic actors, and obviously having a young actor who's so good as the lead. How was that experience, and how is it working with him, and how do you work with your cast as a director with your actors?
So with children, which are basically most of the time non-actors, especially at these ages, where he was 9, so it was really like meeting him day after day, kind of a working, like a training, maybe kind of a thing, and really to train the body and to train his mind, to just in a way let go, really trust me, and because children are not familiar with the working with camera and being in front of a camera, so really it's about giving them less instructions of acting or something, but rather working with their body language, with their eyes, with their gaze, with look. I have this in this specific scene when for example, he hears the girl talking and giving her testimony about her journey from Eritrea to Israel. So this working, going through from hearing to listening, so what is it exactly? It happens only with his eyebrows in a way. He needs to react. I need to see really like small reactions of this kid, from looking in his book to listening. So it was working on this kind of really, really small bits, and he's amazing, and
he's so good.
It was really important for me to have a child that is actually reading. It's really tough to find children that actually read this kind of books, and make it look how do you say, I don't know, authentic, organic.
Authentic, absolutely. No, listen, honestly, I was watching that, and Elinor, it was very well directed. You can tell that you really worked with your actors, and you got the best out of them and with them, and so congratulations to you on that, to be honest with you, because he had so many great intricate details that were so great to watch on camera, and it was really great. I just let you know, it was fantastic to see on the big screen as well. Elinor, what is next for you?
Well, I'm working on my feature film, Island, which is in development in Israel, and I hope to fund it very soon.
Yes.
And to realize it, to make it come true very soon. I hope in the next year to shoot it. And I'm working on a TV series with the Israeli big broadcasting body, which also gave development.
Fantastic.
And, that's a drama series, which I'm really thrilled about. And I'm writing right now, so a lot of development. And I hope to shoot another short or something in the way. I also had I have another I have a short film that was made after Our Hearts Beat Like War, which was at Cannes Film Festival this year. So
wow. Fantastic. Well, I know you're obviously very busy making and doing lots of incredible projects, but we're really thankful that you brought this really very important film. I honestly love your style so much. I just want to see more, and so we wish you best wishes with your next projects. Please keep bringing more movies to us at New Filmmakers LA, and thank you so much for bringing it to us. So thank you again.
Thank you, Danny.